Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me on this look, and I'm going to talk you through some of my goals and resolutions for 2025 and just have a little bit of a general chit chat and catch up. I hope you all had a really lovely Christmas and are having a good start to the year, but let's jump on into the video and let's cut to me looking a lot more barefaced. So I'm going to start with putting a little bit of coverage on because I'm looking deathly pale and I've got so much redness in my skin at the minute. I think my skin is really suffering from all the junk food and all the late nights and not enough sleep. So I'm just going to start by putting a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter on, and that'll help even out my skin tone a little bit. Just give myself a nice little glow to look less dead basically. But then I'm going to start on my eyes. So I am going to use my Tartelette palette, and if you watched my Pan That palette introduction video then you would have seen the sort of colours in it, and there's a row of brown, a row of purple and like a grey and a black. So I'm going to do a look with the browns today. So I'm going to take the shade Dreamer and I'm going to mix that in with my MAC Double Gleam, which is like a shimmery highlight shade. Oh, it is a highlighter. And I'm going to mix that to make a sort of shimmery neutral brown. Because as I say, in the Tartelette palette there are no shimmers, so I'm mixing and matching to customise the palette to what I want, which is very fun. Then I'm going to take the shade Multitasker, which is the deeper brown next to it, and I'm going to put that in the outer corner and just deepen up the eyes. And we're going to give everything a really good blend once the colour's on. So this is the first time I'm wearing these brown eyeshadows since starting to pan this palette this year, and they're coming off grey. I don't know whether that's because they're old or if that's just how the shadows look, because I don't remember them being this sort of cool toned. They looked a lot more neutral, but that's how they're looking on my eyes, which is good to know. And then I'm going to put that same Double Gleam highlighter on the bit that's left on my eyelid. I have to say I don't feel like I'm getting much colour payoff from these shadows. I'm going to try again to deepen up the outer third again. It just seems to be blending away into like grey, which is so weird. I definitely think it's because they're so old. Because it's turning out quite grey, I'm going to wear a black eyeliner in my waterline to sort of tie in the smokiness. It's such a nice day today. I can hear the birds chirping outside and it's like bright blue sky. It's still obviously really cold, but there's a definite feeling of spring in the air. And I don't know about you guys, but I am that annoying person that as soon as Christmas is over, I'm absolutely desperate for spring. It's my favourite season, definitely. And it'll be the first like full spring we spend in this house. And the garden, I'm really, really excited to see what comes out in the garden in spring. Because when we moved in, it was sort of like the height of summer. It was June. So we did miss out on all the spring blooms and everything. And that is definitely one of my goals for 2025, is to get out and maintain the garden and to plant new stuff as well. In the autumn I actually harvested some seeds from the sweet pea pods that are out the front, and I dried them out and put them in a container, so I'm going to plant those probably towards the end of January, so that we have some nice fresh sweet peas come spring. I'm going to mix my two concealers, the e.l.f. one and the Collection 2001, just to make a sort of a better shade. I've got fake tan on my hands, so I would normally mix it on my hands, but I'm going to mix it on my chin because I don't want to get it on my fake tan. So other goals for 2025, I've got a few financial goals. One of them is to get re-monetized on YouTube, because I was monetized a few years ago, and when I had my baby I stopped posting for a little while, and of course with that comes less watch hours, and I lost my monetization, which is really annoying, but also understandable, like it can't be helped. So I'm hopefully going to get that back at some point in 2025 if I keep posting. So that's goal number one. Goal number two is to pay off £5,000 as an overpayment on our mortgage, as a standalone payment. And I want that £5,000 ideally to come from a side hustle, or in other words, not from my main job salary. So I want it to come from like a side hustle, so social media or anything else that I think of. I also want to set up a monthly overpayment on the mortgage, but not a lot, so maybe like £100 or so, because the interest is absolutely crazy on our mortgage and it feels like we'll never pay it off. But this will really, really help. As of the time of filming this, I'm actually starting my new job tomorrow. And it's really exciting and really nerve-wracking. I hate first days. But I feel like it's one of them that once you get the first day out of the way, it's absolutely fine. But yeah, I'm starting my new job tomorrow, which means I'm going up to 4 days a week. And my little one will be going to nursery 4 days a week, which is so sad, but I've still got 1 day a week with her, which I'm really, 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 really happy about. But that means I'm going to be in the office a lot more and probably have a lot less spare time on my hands, because obviously that means commuting in and whatnot. So it's all go, it's all change and it's all new. It's very overwhelming and exciting. But yeah, moving on to more general goals, I'm just going to take my lipstick. I'm working on my Charlotte Tilbury English Beauty lipstick, and I'm going to use that as a blush. So I'm going to pop it on a little Real Techniques brush. But in terms of more general goals, I am doing, I say doing, this is literally like the second day, but I'm doing the 75 medium challenge, which is a variant of the 75 hard challenge, but it's just a little bit easier. And my rules for that are 10,000 steps a day and either a bar class, which is like 10 minutes on YouTube, or diastasis recti exercises, which heals my abs back together after having a baby, because I have some ab separation. So I want to try and work on closing that gap as well. So that's the fitness side. I'm also want to drink 3 litres of water a day, which is a lot more than I'm drinking at the moment. I want to wake up at 6 AM on a weekday. What are my other goals? Oh, 10 minutes minimum of foreign language acquisition a day. Because I'm really prioritising my language learning this year. And diet, I just want to eat a lot more whole foods, which I've told you about before on my postpartum glow up journey anyway. So I'm going to document this over on TikTok. My TikTok is at What Charlie Loves, if you wanted to follow along. But also I was thinking about posting them over here as well on Shorts. For lips, I'm just going to wear my NYX Fat Oil Slick Lick that I'm working on my Project M pan. It's just a clear balm with like pink glitter. And then I am going to put a bit of highlighter on, the same one as the ones I was using on my eyes, which is Double Gleam. Let me try and show you what I'm working with Double Gleam. So, dropped it. I've depotted a little bit here, hopefully you can see that. And that's what I'm using as eyeshadows, and then I'm using it as a highlighter just straight from the pan, obviously. because I'd love to get this highlighter used up because the packaging's broken, which means it's drying up really quickly. But I feel really good about 2025, really positive and excited about the year. I do think it's going to be, I say this every year, but I do feel like it's going to be one of the best years yet. But I do want to wish you all a really happy new year, and thank you so much if you have watched my videos in 2024, and if you're planning on sticking around in 2025 as well. I really appreciate it. I hope you're excited for a lot more content in 2025 as well. So do let me know what your resolutions and goals are for 2025. I'd absolutely love to know. I absolutely love like New Year and everyone's in a really positive mindset, and I love to know what people are going to work towards in the coming year. So do let me know if you want to in the comments, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.